Good morning, dear children of class 8, and I am glad to welcome you all to one more zoology class for this new week. So let's get started. The topic for today is adolescence. You must have heard this word, I guess. So adolescence is the last part of the lesson called as control and coordination. With this topic, the chapter control and coordination ends. Okay, so this topic, adolescence or early sex education, all were included in school textbooks only before 15 to 20 years. Before that, all such topics were not outspoken at all. It was considered as something wrong. But considering the psychology of the students, because there are two things. One is children are confused about the changes in their body, or either they are scared what is happening in their body. So to eliminate those confusions, all such topics were included in the student school textbooks just before 15 to 20 years. Okay, so let's learn the topic called as adolescence. So what is adolescence? You can define adolescence this way. What is that? It is a period between puberty and adult. See, you are born and you are in the childhood stage, right? So the period between puberty and adulthood, which means it is some time duration. Just like how you are a baby or a child, the next stage is puberty stage. See, puberty is not actually maturation. It is not happening in one day. It is some part of the life. What is puberty? I'll tell that first and then I'll come back to this definition. Puberty is the physical and sexual changes happening in a boy or a girl. See, until you are a child, your physical features, that is the external appearance, is the same, but when you reach the puberty stage, again it is also a time duration. It is not happening in a single day. It is some period in your life when your body undergoes changes. The time when your body undergoes changes, that time interval or time period is called as puberty, which happens in both the genders, that is in the boys as well as in the girls. Okay, so adolescence is the period between puberty and adulthood. Okay, so this time duration is the time between your body when it starts undergoing changes till you are fully mature. Thus that period is called adolescence period. When does that happen? It happens between the ages 11 to 19. Okay, so that is the stage when there is transition from the childhood to the adulthood. So you start changing physically and mentally as well, and you are no longer a child. You become an adult once this adolescence period is completed. Okay, so in this lesson you will be learning what all changes is happening in your body. Okay, so what changes? I'll give an introduction in this slide and we'll learn in detail in the upcoming slides. What changes? Number one, hormonal changes. See, whatever I'm telling now, you must have heard or you must have seen in your life. But this is for your clarification. After you learn this lesson, you will know what you are undergoing in your teenage or adolescence. Okay, so what changes all happen? There will be hormonal changes. You have hormones in your body, and for your adolescent stage there are some more new hormones added to your body, or there are changes in the hormones what you already have in your body. Okay, so there are hormonal changes. There are two types of hormonal changes during adolescent stage. One is the growth hormones. You grow very fast and you undergo some physical changes, and also sex hormones begin to work in this stage. Okay, so the first physical changes, there are two types of hormones new to your body. One is the growth hormone, which works very fast at this stage, and also sex hormones are produced in this stage. Okay, so because of growth hormones, many of the children gain so much of weight. You can see a difference in the weight change, especially girls all gain weight at this stage. So this is the first stage. The second stage is development of reproductive organs. So your reproductive organs has to be developed when you become an adult, no? So this adolescence stage prepares your body to face the adult stage of having a matured or developed reproductive organ. So the development of the reproductive organs also happens in adolescence. Then you undergo physical and emotional change during this adolescent stage. What is physical? Whatever you can see with your eyes, the changes what you can see with your eyes are all called as physical change. Emotional changes, see at that stage, no, during the stage of adolescence, you become so emotional, either you are too angry or you are too lovable. So in all extremities you will be undergoing in adolescent stage because of hormonal changes, and that is absolutely normal. If you self-analyze yourself at this stage, maybe in grade 8 or you begin shouting at your parents, which you are not doing all these years. Okay, it is nothing to worry, and even you may sit alone and worry for this, right? It is nothing to worry. It is because of hormonal changes, and you will be okay by the time you complete your adolescence. Okay, so this is a quick introduction. You will learn in detail in the next slide. So what I told you, some physical changes are happening, what you can see with your eyes, right? So what are those physical changes? The first change is hormonal changes. Okay, I told you already in the introductory slide that you will develop new hormones during your adolescent stage. There are hormonal changes. 2 new hormones are introduced into your body. One is called FSH, this is the name of a hormone, and the second hormone is called LSH, which is also a hormone. FSH stands for follicle stimulating hormone, and LSH stands for luteinizing hormone. So follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormones are the 2 new hormones produced in a child in the adolescent stage. Okay, whether for male or female, both male and female will get this hormone in the adolescent stage. Okay, what this hormone does, what it does in female and what it does in male, we will learn now. Okay, because the features of male and female are different, right? So different functions they will have in a male and a female child. In a female child, because of this hormones, I told you during adolescent stage you get these 2 new hormones, and these 2 new hormones will make the ovaries of the female enlarge in size. The ovaries will be bigger in size, and it will stimulate the ovaries to produce one more hormone called as estrogen. So what did I tell you? In adolescence you will get FSH and LSH, and this FSH and LSH will make, in a female, it will make the ovaries enlarge, and after it is enlarged, ovaries will produce one more hormone called as estrogen, and once estrogen is produced, your ovaries will start releasing egg. Okay, one egg in a month you will release out. Okay, so this is the change happening in female. Actually these eggs all is developed inside a female when a baby is born, but only after this hormone estrogen is produced in the body, it will make it release out after maturity. Okay, this is in female. What happens in male? In male, the testes, how in female ovaries enlarge, no, they become bigger in size. Similarly, the testes enlarge in male, and they will produce a male hormone called as testosterone. So estrogen is female hormone, testosterone is male hormone, and after testosterone is produced in a male, he will start releasing the sperms. So this is the hormonal changes impact during adolescence stage. So the next physical changes, there is change in the voice. Okay, this is all normal. Okay, so change in voice in boys. What happens? The larynx, in your grade 7 you must have studied about the respiratory system structure, right? You have larynx above the trachea. Larynx is nothing but the voice box. You call it as a voice box. It enlarges, it becomes bigger in size, and since one part of your body has become bigger in size, it will protrude out. You can see some swelling like structure in the neck region for boys, which is called as Adam's apple. They protrude, and because of the change in this voice box, the voice also changes. It becomes deep. Okay, for male the voice is deep, right? Because of this change only it is deep. What happens to girls? In girls the pitch is higher after adolescent stage. The pitch is, it becomes so sweet than the childhood stage. No, when the girl reaches adolescent stage, her voice is sweeter, and in male it becomes deep. This is one more change. And the third stage is development of hairs. So during this adolescent stage, in the hands, in the legs, in the armpits, and in the pubic region. Pubic region is the genital region. In the four regions hair development happens both in male and in female. And in boys additionally facial hair, that is beard developments and mustache development also happens in boys, and also for both together reproductive organs become to develop fully in the adolescent stage. So these are all some of the physical changes happening during adolescent stage. There are some more physical changes we will see in the next slide. So in boys the chest and the shoulder region becomes broader. Okay, this is one of the change in boys. And also the muscles are stronger. They become very strong in childhood. Almost they are sensitive like the girls, but when they undergo adolescent stage, boys are stronger because the muscles become stronger. In girls menstrual cycle starts, and also the pelvis, that is the hip region, becomes wider, and also breast development starts during the adolescent stage in girls. Okay, and in both the genders oil glands and sweat glands become active right from the adolescent stage. You develop more sweat, and also the face becomes oily. Until you are a child or a baby, the face is so soft and clean, right? But after adolescent stage you start developing oil in your face because of the activation of oil glands or sweat glands. And because of oil glands and sweat glands activation, you may get, not all, you may get pimples and acne. What is acne? Acne is also like a pimple, but it will be like a black spot. I don't know if this is clear. You have black spots, right? That is acne. So these are some of the physical changes happening in adolescent stage. And then the emotional changes. I told you already, until you are a child you are so obedient to parents and you are so sweet, you never get angry all, but because of the hormonal changes you get mood swings in the adolescent stage. Suddenly you are so happy, suddenly you worry for nothing, like there will be no problem at all, but you will feel worried, or sometimes you are moody or cranky, and sometimes you laugh too much. There will be no joke at all, but you will be giggling. So these are all mood swings. Your mood will not be in a stable position. And why this is happening? This is because new hormones develop in your body, and when there is over secretion of hormones you feel disturbed, and that's why you are cranky. This is absolutely normal. I will tell you a trick, just keep quiet if your mood swings. Do not open your mouth and worry your parents. Okay, so this is about okay, we'll start with the emotional changes, the points. Okay, what all changes? You will be anxious for nothing. You will be so excited, and also you will be very conscious when you see the opposite gender. So until then, no, whatever dress your parents give you, whatever hairstyle they make for you, you keep quiet and accept everything, right? But during this stage, no, you will be so conscious about yourself, and especially when you meet the opposite gender, you will be so conscious at this stage. This is also absolutely normal. And then there are hormonal changes. I told you already, this picture is for that. You have mood swings because of hormonal changes. And then peer influence. At this stage, during your adolescent stage, you think that your peer, what is peer? Peer means friends, okay? The friends are more important than your parents. You will get a feel like that, okay? And whatever they tell will be like a Bible verse for you. It will be so important for you. Even a single word if they tell, you will consider it as so precious, right? So at this stage, you will have that feeling. And at that time, if your friendship is a wrong friendship, if your friend tells you, okay, let's try smoking or drinking, boys especially, they'll try to smoke. How you will get the feel like that all? You'll try to test during this stage. So it is your choice whether to get into a bad habit or stand strong with the good principles. Okay, so at this stage they are influenced by their peers or friends, and many of them are addicted to drugs, alcohol and smoking. Not addiction, they start doing all these deeds in the adolescent stage. Later it will become an addiction. So stay focused and live a principled life. Okay, and then they feel control over their lives and future. What is this? See, this is a negative aspect I told you. With bad friends all, some get spoiled, but equally at this stage, in adolescent stage, some children start thinking about their future all. Of course, your parents will be worried more about you and they'll be directing you towards your future, but some kids, if you see, they themselves will start thinking about their future, or they will try to execute their ambition. You all may have ambitions, right? One day when I was interacting in the Zoom session also, many told me, you want to become a scientist or an astronaut, many ambitions you told me, right? So to execute that all, at this stage you will start thinking, okay, what can I do, in which college can I join, like that all. Some kids start thinking during the adolescence age by themselves. They will have control over their future. That is a positive aspect. And then they are easily attracted to opposite gender. If a girl sees a boy or if a boy sees a girl, there is attraction more in the adolescent stage. Okay, and then they are conscious about their looks. This also I told you, right? Until this stage, until in your childhood stage, all whatever dress, everything your parents gives you, you will accept as such. After that, you will demand them more. No, this is not good, I will choose mine, like that. You will be so conscious about your looks. So this is all about the emotional changes happening during adolescence. Then the next topic is health and personal hygiene. Why this topic is given? I told you, you produce more sweat at this stage, right? The oil glands and the sweat glands are activated and more sweat is produced, and also in the female all menstruation starts, and so personal hygiene is very important in both the genders. Okay, so what you can do, you have to take bath daily. Okay, so in Zoom session also, many of your videos are off, right? Are you taking bath daily? Are you dressing up as you come to school? So keep yourself clean, or directly you are waking up from the bed and sitting in the Zoom session. Okay, so whatever it is, daily take bath. Even if you are at home, it is holidays these days, no, for you. If you are getting ready for the school, obviously you will take bath and do everything. You will be clean every time. Similarly, practice cleanliness and develop and maintain your personal hygiene even during these lockdown days. Every day you have to take bath, because you produce so much of sweat and you will get body odor. In your book it is suggested that you can use deodorants. It is your choice. Then what you can do, you have to you have to wash your face twice a day. Why? Because I told you your oil glands in the face is activated, so more oil retaining in the body will lead to pimples and acne. So you can wash your face rather than applying some creams all, no. Every time try to be natural. You can be washing your face frequently so that the oil is not retained in your body. And one more thing, what teenage kids do is they squeeze the pimples. If they get a pimple, they don't want to have that pimple in the face. So what they do, they prick with a pin or squeeze the pus. There will be pus inside, right? They will squeeze it. So if you do so, it will spread more. So do not do that. Just keep cleaning, washing your face, and also keep your genital areas clean. And both the genders, male and female, keep the genital area very clean. Otherwise you will get infections. Okay, and if you are girls, the maintenance of sanitary napkins during menstruation should also be practiced. Change it frequently. And then healthy meals and rest. So you have to, since your body develops physically so much during this stage, always try to eat healthy foods. Do not opt for junk foods, because in the later stage, in these days all, even at 40, people have heart attack all because of poor food habits. So right in the adolescent stage and or in the teenage itself, eat healthy foods, okay, and take rest. What you do, you sit with your mobile till 12 o'clock and even till 2 o'clock, right? I have seen some kids sitting with a mobile till 2 o'clock all. So don't do that, because your body needs at least 8 hours of sleep. So take good rest. Healthy spelling is wrong. And then exercise, okay. So if you simply sit at home without exercise all, you will gain weight, or many children are even obese these days, right? So as much as you can exercise. If you are feeling that you are gaining weight, you can do exercises. These are some healthy habits. And then, as I told you, because of the hormonal changes, stress is seen in these days. There are even children who opts to suicide, okay, which were not happening in the olden days. Nobody does that, especially the children. But because of stress and because of too much emotions these days, children go for wrong decisions. So there are some tips given for you for stress management. If you feel stressful, you can do all these so that you feel cool, okay. So what are they? Okay, before that, it is called as the stress during your teenage or adolescence is called as adrenal stress. So what is that called? Adrenal stress. Why it is called adrenal stress? Because in your lesson you have already learned, you have a gland called as adrenal gland, and it will produce a hormone called as adrenaline. Adrenal gland produces adrenaline. What is the function of adrenaline? See, it is a fight-flight hormone. I have told you already, right? Whenever you are so afraid or whenever you are so angry, so when your emotions are to some extreme, when it is not normal, when it is above normal, this hormone is produced. So if too much of adrenal is produced in your body, if it is retained in your body, when you become angry so much frequently, or if you are afraid so much, whatever emotions is extreme, at that time you will have this adrenaline hormone dumped in your body, which will lead to stress, and that stress is called as adrenal stress. So what you can do to remove the stress? You can do yoga. Yoga is asanas or the different postures. If you are learning yoga, you will know, right? There will be different postures in yoga. It is called as asanas. What is the function of, what is the benefit of doing yoga? You will be so active and your muscles will be flexible. Your body parts, every body part will be flexible if you are doing so much of yoga, and also it gives calmness in you. You can be calm rather than being excited. And also you can do meditation, which is a breathing exercise, and when you do meditation, your mind is clear and you can think clearly and patiently. So you can opt for meditation to reduce stress. And one more thing is, you can plan for time management. You can plan for your task so that you can manage the time. So instead of, if you are doing a work, plan it and do, so that you will not miss it. You will like if you are writing an exam, you can fix some time. For 10 minutes I will write the fill in the blanks. For next half an hour 2 marks questions I will write, like that. All you can, whatever you do in your life, you can plan and do. Even if you are getting ready for the school also, you can plan within this much time I will do this work, like that. If you plan and do, every task in your life will be successful, and you can think wisely and plan. So if you are making some plans, that plan should be wise, only then you can execute them. In this way you can manage the time very cool, and you can be cool always. And also you can do some sports like walking, jogging, so that your heart rate increases. What will happen if the heart rate increases? Which means it is pumping more number of times, which can supply more blood throughout your body. Fast pumping of heart will make your body so active, because the blood flow will also be more. Okay, and then you can involve in some hobbies like sketching or painting or music or listening to music, or you can read books. So when you involve yourself in the things what you like, your mind will get deviated and your stress levels will come down. Okay, so hobbies, involving into hobbies will also help you to reduce stress. And the last one is rational thinking. What is rational thinking? In this adolescent age itself, you should develop a habit of thinking some problems positively. If you have some difficulties in your life, if you have some problems, you should know to manage it by taking it in a positive way, no negative thinking. Okay, so you should practice to learn thinking in a rational way and manage whatever difficulties you face in life, so that in your later stages in your life, when you have more difficulties, you will know to manage the situation, tackle the situation in a cool way. Okay, so these are some of the ways by which you can manage your stress levels during your adolescent stage, and always you can keep yourself cool. So next we'll go into the homework part. So for today's homework, you're going to read pages 75 to 77. So read your daily lessons so that you're thorough with the topic what you learn in the video. Okay, so that is all for this class. Until I meet you in your tomorrow's class, you all take care and bye bye.